You know, the home is a place of refuge. It's a place that you should be able to come home and just have peace and not be afraid. And you know, if we watch the news, we see where people have been broken into, home invasions, and you know, when you hear that bump in the night, is it something that's really serious or not? And you know, you really need to be ready. I know that last year I did a video called the Intruder Defense Bag, and it's one of the videos that I probably had more comments back to me about that bag, or more messages, than probably any other video that I've done. Now, of course, the idea behind this bag is to have everything at your fingertips. When you hear a bump in the night, you don't have to worry about where your pistol is, where your flashlight is, all those important things that you need. Everything is together and it's in one central place, and it can be transported. Now, first I want to address that there are some things that you need to have right at your fingertips. And of course, and this is a matter of preference, I like to have my gun right on my nightstand. Many of you want to keep it in the drawer. You want to even have it locked up in one of those lock boxes that you have quick access to, and that's fine. I personally like mine out and ready. In fact, not only do I like it out and ready, but I like it loaded, which we're going to clear this one because it is loaded. I keep this one loaded. But as you can see, for the purposes of this video, we're going to unload it. But I like to have it one in the chamber, ready to go. Next is, of course, a flashlight. A flashlight is very important. And I have been doing a lot of reviews on flashlights lately, and a couple of comments have been, you know, ho-hum, whatever. Listen, security, there is not anything more important, except, even more than a gun, is really having a flashlight, being able to see what's going on around you. And it may not be a bad situation. It may just be something that you need to see. Your immediate need would be to have a flashlight. For the defense, yes, a handgun is important. In fact, it is vital. But without a flashlight, you're not going to see what you need to see. Of course, having your phone available, and you know, just having your phone ready in case you need to call 911 or 511, need to call and be able to get in touch in case there is an emergency or a problem. You can even get in touch with somebody that may be inside the home or in another part of the home. So having your phone right next to you is vital. You could have a child in another part of the house, which we do, and so it needs to be on, it needs to be ready. If my daughter texts me, who's 16, from the other side of the house, I will have immediate access to her with my phone at my bedside. And also, I just keep a knife there on the side, which I just like to have. I always have a knife with me. I always have one in my pocket. So that's very important. Also, having some keys. Having your keys ready and available in case you need to get out. Not having to search for your keys, but knowing where they are. And these are just some things that you need to have out or very available. Maybe in a drawer right there next to your bed or somewhere where you can get to it. And you can respond quickly. This is the original bag that I had. I really like it, and it's real soft, but it's roomy inside. I got this from LA Police Gear. This has been discontinued. In fact, I think when I did the video, they were discontinuing this bag. But the bag itself is important, but it doesn't really, having this specific bag is not super. In fact, I've seen a couple of guys who've sent video responses that had some really cool ideas. And I'm going to look at some of those ideas as well. But a bag, this is for me, I just love it. It's easy, has a little grab handle, it has a strap. I can pick it up. It has everything right there at my fingertips. I can throw it over my shoulder and have hands free for a flashlight and my pistol. Now, typically, I will have the bag open, and this way I can place my firearm back into the bag. One of the things that I want to mention is to have a way to secure your firearm in the bag if you need to reholster. Here is it's just a Maxpedition universal holster. It's really excellent. I can just set it in there, leave the bag open, and if I need to get to it, it's very accessible very quickly. Of course, first off, we're going to get our firearm out and the extra magazines. I do like to have high cap magazines, plenty of ammo. Sometimes I do have a Glock Model 30 that I carry in here with 10 round magazines. You can replace this with whatever your firearm is, your choice of firearm is fine. In fact, sometimes I even trade this out for different ones that I have. Just because I love guns. But no matter what you put in there, you need to be very familiar and proficient with that firearm. Next, I do have an extra flashlight, and I've mentioned this a number of times, is redundancy is very important, and your flashlight, if you're not careful for some reason, it could be out, the battery could be low, and you need to definitely have an extra flashlight. Now I do have a small can of pepper spray for more of a non-lethal type environment. But what I really carry typically in here is a large can of the grizzly spray. If I'm here at home defense and I really want to get somebody to stop, this is going to do the trick. We also have another knife in this bag, and this is a Triage by Benchmade. It has a glass breaker, it has a web cutter, and this is more of a great knife also to have in your car, and it's just a great emergency rescue type knife. Now another important element in a kit like this is to have some kind of first aid, and this is just a small kit with some bandages and some different things, but it's really good to have something like this. You may want to do something a little larger. In fact, I have a better little EDC kit from AMP3, and I've got it in another pack right now, but I really want to put it back in here because it's really one thing that's very important too is have a pad with a pen. And you may need to write down, you know, somebody may be leaving the house in a car, you may need to write down a tag number, you may need to put something down here and be able to remember it to call in case the police get there or whatever. This is a Ride in the Rain pad, but I have regular pens just to go with this, but that's also something that could be vital. I do have one of the little light sticks in case I need to use it, especially because most of this stuff happens at night. I do have some extra batteries in case there is some reason why I'm having a little bit of an extension outside or around the house, and I just want to have the extra batteries there. And then one last thing, and this is something that I've added to it, is a multi-tool. And I may need to use it for something, and so just having a multi-tool there with me is just great. Trying to run around trying to find a screwdriver or a pair of pliers can drive you crazy. So now having your keys is important. If you're outside, you need to get into your car for some reason. This though keeps those keys quiet, and this is just a little EDC pouch from Expedition, and it keeps the keys from bumping around and it keeps it quiet. I have a lot of keys and it does make a lot of noise, so when I drop it down in here it doesn't make any excessive metallic noises. Now one thing I want to mention is that I keep this bag very open. I mean, I have pouches, I can keep all my stuff. I have a Velcro plush field that I can attach this hook and loop, which Maxpedition also, this is a Maxpedition magazine, 3 magazine holder, which I have 2 magazines and a flashlight there. But what this does, it organizes the stuff around it, then that means I have it open here. It's not like I'm having to search for something that I might need. And what that allows me to do is to drop my keys down in here, and then if I need to drop my phone down in here. Now sleepwear is very important, and you know, you need to make sure that you're wearing dark colors or at least earth tone colors. Whether it's black or dark, just anything that's not bright. You don't want to be visible in your house while you're moving around, or if you end up outside, you definitely don't want to have on bright colors. Also, you want to have some kind of footwear that you can just slip on, but yet has a tread to it, something that you can be active and yet that you can just slip it on in the middle of the night. So these are just some things to think about. Just preparing yourself. And one of the things I want to talk about, especially with this kind of stuff, with the defense bag, is that it does bring a level of preparedness and peace to you. And it lets you lay your head down at night with a little more surety that you've thought things through. Now, one critical part of your plan should be and include a defense weapon for your wife or someone, your significant others, so they can be able, in case something happens to you, to defend themselves. So even if you have your pistol, you need to make sure that leaving your wife in the bedroom and your family vulnerable is not really an option. So make sure that you have them defended as well. Now the bag is not the only option. There are some others. I know my buddy Josiah, Gray Man, has a thing where he was doing a vest with a trauma plate, and that was a pretty neat idea. You know, also this Infidel War Belt by US Grunt Gear. This is an excellent way to be able just to snap in something around your waist, have your holster, have magazines, flashlight. You can even put a pouch here for all your gear. There are a lot of different options to putting this together. But the big thing is just having it together and being ready for whatever you face. Now the 12-gauge shotgun, of course, is the ultimate home defense weapon. And if this is your choice, which is my choice to have available, and I have extra ammunition, it's very important to have this setup. You can adapt this bag for whatever your needs are. In fact, you can throw a pouch of shotgun shells like I have here, ready to be used, plus your weapon. Just drop it down in the bag and have it in case you need to reload. or adapt it to however you want to. But you know, the shotgun is a very viable option. You know, this works also as a car defense bag, something that you put your stuff in. There are a few emergency items in here, things that you just need. So this also can be used for that. For us, when we go on trips or when I'm on the road, this is great. I just know what's in it. I throw it in the car and I have what I need. And that's really what this is about, is to motivate and to inspire you to be ready when the time comes, because you have a responsibility not only to protect yourself but also for your family. The Intruder defense bag. It just makes common sense just to be ready in case there's ever a situation. You know, we don't want a situation to ever happen, but if it does, you need to be ready. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Of dark earth tones, and this way that you'll be able to have something there to keep you from, you know, showing everybody your butt. Where homes are invaded or someone's breaking in to steal something.